I said, well, let me take you to the doctors to see what's going on. I told her, I said, well, she must be forgetting stuff, and they checked her and found out that she had dementia. And so I'm like, oh my God, I was just like crazy, because what is that? What is, what do you do? What is it? What's happening? And I guess the part when they finally showed me the MRI and said that it's a thing that eats at your brain. I think I just cried in the doctor's office, you know, because I'm wondering what is happening and why my mom, what do I do? How do you handle this? Then they tell me there's no cure. Anyway.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna stop.
Well, nobody's stopping you, Lil.
I know they can't. That's why I keep going.
I take care of my 81-year-old mother.
How that feel?
I've been caring for her now. Next month will be 6 years. Me and her always been super close. I cried for 2 years because this is my mom. She was a woman that did a lot of stuff. And I cried because I didn't understand. I cried because I couldn't talk to the mother I knew.
That enough? That good enough?
She was the rock, she was the matriarch, she was the leader, and everything changed and she just drops. It can get fearful. So I began to take her to every kind of doctor I could think of, from the eyes to the nose, to the dentist, to the hearing, to the gynecologist, to the heart doctor, whatever I could think that goes on in the body, and especially a woman's body. And that was another thing. She's a woman, I'm a man. So what do we do there? And I mean, for 2 years, you don't know, you don't understand because you're not a woman. I don't know, but ain't nobody else taking care of you but me, so I'm trying to figure this thing out.
Good evening. My name is Marla Renee, and I'm caregiver for my mother, Athelia Brown.
My daughter does take care of me. I live here. She makes sure I eat. First of all, to make sure I take my medication that I'm supposed to take. That keeps me going. At 89, that's a blessing.
She likes to brag on her kids, I know that.
They all went to Catholic school. Yeah, because we didn't want that fighting in the public school. None of that.
It's kind of rough having a conversation with her because there's a lot of things that she's not remembering. She can remember things from a long time ago.
My grandmother raised me, and I grew up in church, and we always walked because we didn't have a car.
She does a lot of repeating.
Well, all 4 of them went to Catholic school because I wanted them to learn to use their brain. They all went to Catholic school. They all went to college. Yeah, they all went to Catholic school, too.
Put this on.
Catholic school, all. No public school. They all went to I think I told you that, Catholic school. And they got good marks, thank goodness,
I get angry, I get depressed and disgusted sometimes, and
I'll show you this one first because this is one of my actual favorites. I always love this picture of me and my mom together. This is the person that I remember as the strong woman and confident, and she would do anything for me. My mom was born in Mississippi in 1938, and we are very, very close, and she's always just been my supporter, my cheerleader, and so we've always been a team. My mom has always made a big deal about my birthday. My mom would always call and sing and start my day. She was the first person I talked to on my birthday. Over the past 3 years, things have definitely declined where she doesn't recognize time frames, and especially my birthday. That birthday was probably the hardest for me she didn't call. So I miss those phone calls. It's a challenge.
My name is Dr. Paula Duran. I am the lead for a group called Universal Dementia Caregivers. And I wanted to introduce you to my mom and dad. Mom and dad both had dementia. Both of them died from the diseases. And like you, we cared for them. Once we start noticing things or changes in our parents or our loved ones that we're serving, it's an emotional reaction. It's not an intellectual reaction. It's really thinking about, well, they keep asking the same question over and over, or Mom put the keys in the freezer. We need to start paying attention, or Dad got lost on the way home. So it's an emotional issue initially, but then you become very practical on how can I now support this loved one.
We are the caregiver. We are the nurse. We are the doctor. We are the accountant. We are the maid. We have so many different roles that we become in taking care of them that we probably didn't realize that we could do all of those roles at one time. We got bills to pay, we got things to do. All right, I gotta go up here to the pharmacy, Mom, so I could get you a refill. Take a 20 and break it down. Okay, happy holidays to you guys. If you are a real caregiver, you're going to get lost in the person in your loved one, the one that you're caring about. I'm tired, trying to stay focused and trying to get bills paid, trying to get a doctor's appointment, seeing if she want to do anything. What if she want to go somewhere? What if she want to get out? You know, you just get lost in yourself. You forget about you and don't even realize that you forgot about you. You're lost in yourself and then you give up your life. I gave up everything except for church. You don't get to go out. There's no more dating. Where I'm gonna bring a date to? And mama sitting right there in our face. And she'd be like, well, who is that? Well, what do they want? You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And then you reflect on, well, what happened to me? Who am I? What did I miss? You know, what about you? know, what about my life? When do I get my time?
In order for you to be healthy, you have to take time for you. And what happens if you're not there because you choose not to take care of yourself? And sometimes I feel like I'm fussing, but it is so essential to be healthy yourself. A mentally and physically healthy mind sees in a much clearer way.
I know that my mom is changing. Our interactions are different. Our conversations are different. She doesn't talk as much as she used to, but at the same time, I know that it's a gift because she's still here and I get to see her, and no matter what, she's always excited to see me.
Look at you, Kelly.
It's like, oh, there's my baby.
Brought you some Smell Good.
What? You did?
I did. Hold out your arm.
You know who good?
You like that?
Anytime I get to spend time with her is also one of those things that I like doing, just because it makes her happy.
I thought she was gonna drown me.
There you go.
I wish that my mom was whole and healthy and was, capable and independent like she was when I was growing up. I would love to have that mom, but I don't have that mom.
Yeah, his tummy. He had a tummy virus.
How is he now?
He's good.
Is he?
He's good.
God.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I have who I have, and I want to love her, and I want to appreciate who she is, what she was, and where she is.
Oh my God. This is good.
You really like that?
Yes.
I always try and find a way to give her at least a little bit of joy and happiness, no matter what.
I'm not buying chicken feet for Thanksgiving.
It's hard to say. I don't want my mom to get to the point where she doesn't know who I am. So, and I don't know what that's like on her side, to not know what your child or who she is or who that person is.
Because you realize we want them to know us, and we want them to know our name. And I tell this story all the time. I went to my dad. This is what I did, because I wanted him to know me. I said, Daddy, what's my name? You my daddy. I said, Daddy, what's my name? He looked at me and said, don't you know your name? And I couldn't stop laughing. And do you know why? It doesn't matter that they don't remember your name. You remember it. But even better than that, all the research shows us is that they may not remember your name. They remember the energy.
Taking care of my mom is the hardest job I ever had. I'm a mother, a grandmother, I'm a hair designer. Sometimes it does get a little bit taxing trying to keep up with everything that I have to keep up with for her.
Everybody in our home or our family were busybody. They did something. They went to Catholic school.
She constantly talks, and it's, you know, I have so many things that I'm trying to juggle, and I like to keep things orderly.
Because I do a lot of writing too.
She gets upset sometimes because I tell her, just give me 5 minutes. Just be quiet for 5 minutes so I can think my day through or think the next couple hours.
I worked with Scouts when I had a family. Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts too.
It's heartbreaking, and they can't do, you know, some of the things that they want to do, and I guess they do realize there's something different and there's things that they just can't do anymore. Sometimes she gets frustrated and she says, I'm getting out of here. I have to double lock the doors, and at night I have to make sure everything is buttoned down. There was one day she ran out the door and I just had on my night clothes. I couldn't chase after her. I just started screaming real loud, get back here. And she came back, but she had went down the driveway. You can discipline a child. You can't discipline your parents. She really gives me heck about that. She says, I'm trying to be the mom and all that. And sometimes I just have to tell her, it's my house, so you have to do it my way. And sometimes you just have to laugh at some of the things that they do or say and not, you know, take it too personally. Sometimes I do, though, but there's been a couple times that she's gotten combative. I didn't expect that. I think she was putting her hand in my face or something like that, and you gotta step back, Mom. And she grabbed my finger and bent my finger back, and I thought she was gonna break it.
And then one time, she said something that she grabbed me up by my collar and socked me. I'm like, hold on now. I'm a grown man now. You in my house. I'm not in your house. We're gonna have to change this here. You know what I'm saying? But I had to catch myself. Because my mom, she don't know what she's doing. But at the moment you just grabbed me up, you didn't sock me, my mind didn't go that you don't know what you're doing. My mind is to retaliate and tell you, you know what I'm saying? And it's, you don't want to say those things to your mom or to your loved one, but, you know, sometimes we just be caught off guard ourselves.
First of all, we tell you to know that can happen, to not take it personally. And they're like, Paula, how can I not take it personal? You remember, I have a brain disease. And the more you tell yourself that, the things that you see don't shock you the same way.
I mean, it's some eerie things that happen. I mean, they come and they might think you the loved one. You know, sometimes my mother say some little provocative things to me, and I'm like, oh, no, Mom. You know, you the mom, I'm the son. We can't go there.
There's no way you can know everything right now. Every day is a journey. Some strategies you use today won't work tomorrow. They may love you today and curse you out tomorrow. And so you accept the moments. And that's why I just say be there, present, accept the moments, and just kind of say we're learning our way through this.
Sometimes I laugh on. She gets mad.
That's okay.
She gets mad.
I'll move past it.
But then she's trying to jump on me.
All right. Well, again, then one of the things to see, what I suggest is you have to see what works at any given point in time.
Yeah.
Sometimes laughter can work, sometimes laughter won't work.
They don't know. They don't know. Because some people don't know that they don't know. They still think they do. You know, sometimes I directly show her stuff, what she done and what she doing, and she look at me, oh, no, I ain't do that. No, I ain't do that. I got it in your face. I ain't do that. And I'm like, what? They don't know. No matter how you want them to know, they don't know. And when you catch that, then you be on to something.
Well, today is Thanksgiving Day. And I am just leaving my mother's for dinner. The excitement that I normally receive when I get there was not the normal.
What happened on Thanksgiving?
This is the first time she didn't recognize me.
And that was one of your biggest worries, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes. As I was unpacking the food, she was like, in a very small voice, "Who are you?"
Oh.
And I got right in front of her and was like, "You don't know me?"
Oh.
And she said, "You look like my daughter." And I said, "It is your daughter." And she was like, "No." I said, "Yeah."
I really believe that they may not remember your name, but they remember your spirit. They remember how you engaged them, the energy. They remember your voice, because your voice is like music to them. So the fact that she doesn't remember, I appreciate and know what that feels like, but in time, you'll really come to see that she will never forget you.
I can't quite get her little voice out of my head of, "Who are you?"
My mom said to me, "I don't know your name, but I love your spirit." To me, that was the most powerful thing anyone could have said to me. That almost made the whole journey worth it.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, and it's been a pretty good day for me and Mom. She went to the Pace Center, and did you play bingo today? No. Okay. Well, yesterday she went to the center and she kind of got into a little down spiral because a woman said something to her or something like that. So my sister took her home with her, and she spent the night there. And she was doing better today, so she went back to the Pace Center today. Okay. Other than that, it's been a good day. Good day for me. I kind of inundated with paperwork, but I'm tackling it, and it's a good day.
My great grand. Isn't that wonderful?
I don't really read the rules, but I learned from my DD. Gotcha.
I've got an 11-year-old granddaughter, and she likes to play with her.
Here you go. And now, right? Okay. Yeah.
And it's like she turns into a little kid when she's playing with her. She has fun doing that, and she does like to play checkers.
I'll let her win. That's my great grand. I love her.
My biggest fear is that, she'll forget the people that forget their family or something. I don't want her to forget, that I'm her daughter.
So now it's just really kind of trying to, I guess, mentally prepare myself for the possibility that she may not recognize me today. The reaction that I'm used to having with her is she always brightens up whenever she sees me. It's almost like the first time she's ever seen me, which is always good. You've met them before. Today was an amazing day because she was super excited to see me, and that's the reaction that I always look forward to seeing, is that kind of take her breath away just a little bit. So how you doing?
You see the tears, don't you? Yeah. Somebody put tears on her face.
Somebody put tears on your face. Are you warm now?
Get in there.
Okay, well, put your cover back on your own plate.
I'm gonna get her on that bed.
It's happened. It's nothing to say that it's not going to happen again. It's just now you have to almost prepare yourself for that possibility. It's still going to hurt. Why, you want one?
Yeah.
It's still going to be painful, but I still have to do what I have to do for her. I'm not going to distance myself from her to alleviate myself of pain when I know that she needs me.
So what else do you want for Christmas?
No. Oh, I want that car.
Oh, wow. I need to win the lottery for that one.
Don't give up on that loved one. Never give up on them, because it's going to be left up to you to make sure that they're okay. There you go. Smooth as a baby's bottom.
No.
When you know that it's probably closer to the end, you want to make every moment count as much as possible. It's finding those ways to make them comfortable and make them peaceful. This whole experience is another little treasure that I didn't expect to happen for both of us.
Brought you some what?
And I sometimes wish that if dementia was really selective, it would take all bad memories away. And they could only remember the good stuff. And remember their family and their friends and their loved ones and the life they had that was really great.
Do I know you?
Well, when we hear about terminal diseases, we only think negative. Yet I believe that in this moment, you have an opportunity to reframe it. And I reframe dementia as a gift that you've been given to walk someone the last journey.
You go with me. I told you, you do that.
I try to do stuff to always keep happiness and joy. And if I can always keep her laughing and keep her smiling, then it's happy for me. I can say good morning, Mama, and she might be like, you know, whatever. But when I say good morning, sunshine, she smiles. And I smile. And that's a great way to start a day. I know she's Mama, but I want her to know she's more than Mama. She's a light to my life, and maybe that keeps her pushing. Mother. It's like sunshine. I open up the blinds, and everything lights up. Her and the room and everything be lit.
Get you a little light in your life, huh?
I got one. That's why I can keep going.
What light you got?
My mother never told me she loves me until now. Now she tells me she loves me. All while I was growing up, I knew she loved me. Just she was the best, and she took care of me. But once they got this, it seems like she got a greater love and appreciation for me somewhere within her.